get fly like a bird. We keep the commandments, don't know what you heard. Pull out some scripts like I'm a director. I stay with my sword, I'm ready whenever. It's the end of the world.
Remember, Moses right here is talking to the Israelites. He said, a nation gonna come from far, and you ain't gonna know their language, right? They gonna have no regard for your old or your young, right? Read 46 real quick, because you remember he said he's gonna put curses on you, these bad things. Let's see what the purpose of these curses are. Are they to destroy us? What's the purpose of the curses?
Book of Deuteronomy 28:46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
He said these curses, they're gonna be upon the Israelites for a sign. What does a sign do, Reuben? Well, a sign, like, what is that sign right there? Let me know. A sign lets you know something, right? These signs is to show you something, right? So he said these curses are going to be a sign on the Israelites, or who the Israelites are, right? Read.
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
And a man's seed is what? His children, right? So he told them, hey, if y'all obey my commandments, I'm going to put these curses on your children forever. Up until today, we can look at these curses and see who are the children of Israel, right? So one of the signs he said was going to happen is a nation that's going to come from far and enslave them, colonialize them, right? Let's see some other signs. 16. Watch this.
Deuteronomy 28:16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said, cursed shalt thou be in the city. Reuben. Any hood you go to across the world, when you go to the hood, what race of people live there? We in the hood, right? What race of people live over here? The Latinos, the Hispanics, and who else? Any hood you go to, if you go to the east side to the hood, who over there? What color? Blacks, right? But if I want to go to the hood, do I go find where the Arabs are? Do I find where the Chinese at? The white man? No. The blacks and the Hispanics, everywhere you go, wherever the blacks and Hispanics live, that's pretty much the hood, right? That's one of the curses that God said was going to happen to the Israelites, right? What else he say?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
He said they also going to be cursed in the field, right? Who was cursed in the field during slavery? Who picked cotton for hundreds of years for free? Blacks. Who's still out there in the fields right now picking fruits and nuts and berries for green cards? Hispanics, right? What about the white man? What about all the other nations? No, right? So this is, remember, these are signs that's going to tell us who the Israelites are in the last days, right? Verse 32. Watch this.
Deuteronomy 28:32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
He said your sons and daughters, the Israelites' sons and daughters are going to be given to another people. Were our children given to another people in slavery? Did they keep the families together whenever they brought them over on slave ships? Or were they given to another race of people? They kept the families together? No. Watch this. Look. So, what's this going on right here? You got the mom and the daughter. She holding on to her daughter. Why? They about to sell her daughter off. Sold to Master Charles in Virginia. And you going to Master Thomas in Texas. They split our families up. Right? What about today at the border with ICE? What's going on? Are they keeping them kids together?
No.
No, what's happening? They putting the kids in cage. And is it Mexicans putting them in the cages?
No.
Who is it?
The Americans, the border patrol,
The Americans are putting the Mexicans in cages, right? So the so-called Mexicans are getting put in cages by who? Who runs America? What race? The whites. That's another nation of people. God said, what was going to happen to the Israelite?
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
He said, your sons and daughters are going to be given to another people. Another race of people is going to take your sons and daughters. Is that happening today? Did that happen in slavery? Watch.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
He said, you're going to sit there and cry for them all the day long. Whenever they took our kids to slavery, what we do? Cry. When you see the video of the parents who got their kids put in them cages, what they doing? Crying, right? He said, your eyes going to look and fail with longing all the day long. Why?
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
He told the Israelites, when they take your kids, it ain't going to be no might in your hand. When they take our kids and put them in cages, do we have the might to get our kids back? Do we got an army to go over there and take them back? No. But remember, these are signs in the last days showing who the Israelites are, right? Who are these things happening to so far? To us. I got a question for you. How did we get to America? How did my people get to America?
boats.
On boats, right? Watch this. You think the Bible talks about it?
No.
No, right? Because the Bible is about the Israelites. It's not about our people, right? Per se, it's not about black people or African Americans or Mexicans, right? It's about the Israelites. Let's see what God said was going to happen to the Israelites. Watch this.
Book of Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said the Lord is going to bring you to Egypt again, right? We just said, what were they doing in Egypt? What were the Israelites doing in Egypt when Moses brought them out? Get it? Okay, well, that's the good thing about it, right? The thing, if we don't understand things, the Bible will break it down for us, right? So the Bible is going to tell us what he meant when he said the Lord going to bring you to Egypt again. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy 5:6. I'm the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
He said, what did he call Egypt? House of bondage. What does bondage mean?
Yeah.
If you're in bondage, you're bound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're in slavery.
Yeah.
The house of slavery is what he calls Egypt, right? So now when we go back to Deuteronomy 28, having the understanding that Egypt means bondage or slavery, now it makes a little more sense. Watch.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
Slavery.
again
How?
with ships.
How did we get over here again, Ruben? What kind of ships? Yachts, rowboats, tugboats, what kind? Cargo slave ships, right? So Moses is telling the Israelites what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Who else went to slavery on ships? I know the blacks got over here on ships. Hold up. How did the so-called Mexican get to Europe? The same way. When Columbus came over here, the conquistadors came and conquered the people over here. They put some of them on boats and took them to slavery in Europe. They went to slavery on ships the same way the blacks went to slavery on ships, right? But that's a history that's not taught to us. Y'all are actually in slavery. Y'all been in slavery longer than us. Y'all slavery started in 1492 when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Ours started in 1619. But they teach us about ours, but why they don't teach you about yours? Because they got to keep a division. If I let you know you was a slave and you was a slave, y'all start putting two to two together. So I can't teach you. I teach them, I can't teach you. I'm going to teach you Spanish, I'm going to teach them English. To put the division, right? But back to it, he said, the Lord is going to send you into slavery again with ships, right? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
The house of bondage that I told you about over there, the land over there, you're not going to see it no more.
Yeah.
Right, let me finish this verse. One more verse. It ain't going to take long.
Yeah,
Watch
but I
this.
gotta get to work.
Okay, it's not going to take just one verse. Read that.
And there you
And there, wherever them slave ships land,
shall be sold unto your enemy.
were we sold to somebody? He said we're going to be sold to your enemies. Who were we sold to?
The white.
But what did God call them? The enemy of the Israelites, right? Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen,
Slave men, slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
By means to save or redeem. We had Cesar Chavez, we had Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. All of them rose up to save our people. Did we get saved? No, right? So let's tie two together real quick before I let you go. If these were signs that Moses gave to show us who the Israelites are in the last days, right? And we're the only people, all those things that happened, who did it happen to?
What?
To us. So if Moses said this was going to happen to the Israelites, and we're the only people that it happened to, who are we, Reuben? No, not slaves. Moses was talking to who? The Israelites, right? And he said this was going to happen to y'all. If y'all obey my commandments, this was going to happen to the Israelites. And it happened to us. So who must we be? We the Israelites, Reuben. We the ones Moses was talking to. We the ones who walked through the Red Sea with Moses. We the ones who Moses gave these laws, statutes, and commandments and said, if you break it, I'm going to put you in the ghettos everywhere you go. That happened. I'm going to let another nation of people come take your kids, and all you're going to do is cry about it. That's what God said was going to happen to the Israelites. And that's what it happened to us, letting us know, those signs let us know we are the Israelites. We're God's chosen people. That's why you can't find Mexican. That's why you can't find Latino, Hispanic in the Bible, because you're not that. You're an Israelite. What does God feel about the Israelites, Reuben? You know what God feels about the real Israelites? This is what God feels about you. You've never heard this type of stuff in church, but that's what we had to do to bring the Bible alive. This ain't about church. This is about waking up a nation of people to come back to who you are. And this is why God, what's his name? Anthony. Watch this. I'm going to show you how God feels about you. Read this.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Reuben, God said you are holy, you separate, right? Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
He chose you out of all the nations of the earth. He chose you, your people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans for what?
To be a special people unto himself.
Be special unto himself. You are God's favorite people on the planet earth. How do we know?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God said the Israelites are above all people on the face of the earth. He loved them more than anybody on the earth. They're the only people he loves on the earth. And that's you, Reuben. That's you, Anthony. That's our people. God said you're above all people on the face of the earth. Have you ever been told that in your life? They tell us everybody created equal, but God just said you better than everybody. Don't that make your teeth white? Don't that make you, hey, and don't that make you think, why haven't I never learned that in church? Did I make that up, or did I read the Bible?
You read the Bible.
And have you ever learned it in church?
No.
So what is that telling us?
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.